A little throwback to a journey I've been on with Narrowboat Roxy from the very first day we got her. A tired old boat, neglected, worn down by years of little love or even care. A boat carrying more questions than answers. We had no idea what we brought, no idea what the condition the hull was in, no idea of what the problems were hiding beneath layers of rust, peeling paint, decades of hard canal life. Just hope, a little bit of madness and a dream. Then came the work, the endless days, the sweat, the noise of grinders screaming through steel as I stripped back years of paint right back to bare metal. Cold mornings, late evenings, hands aching, dust everywhere, watching old layers disappear inch by inch, trying to give this old girl a fighting chance before restoring a boat like this isn't glamorous. It's hard, dirty, relentless work, the kind of work that tests your patience, your body, and sometimes your sanity. But then came one of them biggest moments of them all, the survey, the moment of truth. Standing there waiting to find out whether this dream would continue or sink before it had truly begun. Thankfully, she passed, her lowest point measuring 5.7 in the pitting. Not perfect, but solid, strong, still carrying life in her old bones. Through one area would need future attention though. A horseshoe plate welded onto her rear swim, a reminder that old boats always carry stories and always ask for more from you. But hearing these words, hearing she was sound, that changed everything. It meant we could finally move forward, knowing she wasn't going to sink beneath us, knowing this boat could still have many good years left in her. So we cracked on. Roof welding, doors needing repair, more steel, more sparks, and of course, more paint. Trying to make her look her very best she could, keeping in mind she was built in 1972. She was never going to look like some shiny new floating palace, but that wasn't going to stop me trying. Because sometimes love isn't about perfection. Sometimes love is taking something weathered, scarred, imperfect, and seeing beauty where others see hard work, and somewhere between grinding dust, welding burns, the frustration, the repairs that seem to never end. Something else happened. The boat stopped becoming a project. She became a home, an adventure, a companion, a place where life slowed down, where sunsets hit differently, where mornings carried birdsong instead of alarms, where the rhythm of water against the steel somehow quieted the noise inside my mind. Now, just over a year into this journey, working endlessly on this boat while still cruising her around the network, I honestly think I've still got another year, maybe two, before I can call her finished, or at least finished enough. Because if you live on a narrowboat, you know the truth. There is always something to do. Another repair, another job, another unexpected problem, patiently waiting around the corner. But strangely, that's part of the romance of it all. The hard work, the unexpected issues, the connection you build with a boat you've poured your time, money, sweat and heart into. Because despite everything this boat has demanded from me, she's given me something back that's far harder to find. Peace, real peace, out here on the canals, cruising slowly through changing seasons, watching mist rise from the water, sitting quietly on the towpath after a long day. I cannot help but feel blessed to be living this lifestyle, blessed to call this old boat a home, because somewhere along this journey, amongst the rust, the paint, the welding, the breakdowns and the endless jobs, I found something I didn't even realise I was looking for, a place that I truly belong.